Howdy, and welcome to LeeReads, where I talk about the books I've been reading and enjoying lately. Today I have a small book Unhaul. I want to go to Half Price Books and look for some Tamara Pierce and a couple of other new books that have come out recently, just to see if they happen to be there already. And there are a few books that I no longer need to hold on to or would like on my bookshelves. So since I'm going to the Half Price Bookstore, you better believe I'm going to bring a couple of these unhauls with me, see if I can get a little bit of store credit that I can put towards another book purchase. The first two books that I have here, it actually makes me quite sad that I'm unhauling this, because I really did enjoy books 1 and 2 of this trilogy, which I thought was a duology at first. Turns out it's a trilogy, and I've heard word a couple of months ago from the author that the publishers actually canceled the third book, so I don't think that the trilogy is ever going to be complete. That is the Blacklands Bane trilogy by Lilith St. Croix. Book 1 is A Flame in the North. Book 2 is The Fall of Waterstone. And I don't know that we're ever going to get book 3. And I haven't investigated recently, but at the time, the author said that they were going to be investigating a way to try to get book 3 to their readers, but I think that gets a little complicated with contracts and everything, so they may have to get the rights back if that's possible before they can self-publish or do something else with book 3. So since who knows if that trilogy is now ever going to be completed, I'm going to go ahead and unhaul these off my bookshelves. I did really enjoy them though, and maybe someone else can find these first two and enjoy them as well. And who knows, maybe we will get the third book one day. I would really love to read it if we do. Next, I have another 2 books and a totally different fantasy series, which is Legends of the First Empire by Michael J. Sullivan. This is book 4 and 5, Age of Legend and Age of Death. I know that the library has these, and so when I feel ready to get to book 4 in this series, I will get it from the library and then see if I want to continue on from there. Next is a classic. It's a book I've recently read, The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. I enjoyed the experience of reading it, but I'm never going to reread it, and I don't need it to stay on my bookshelf, so I'm happy to have supported my local bookstore when I bought it, but now it's time to send it to the used bookstore. This is one that I'm unhauling simply because I got myself a special edition of the book, which is Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. I love this book. It's a book that I keep telling people to read and shoving into their hands, and got my dad to read and my uncle, and I just encourage people to pick this up. I think it's so interesting, especially the biological aspects of the science fiction. Humans in the story are on a generation ship. They are exploring a new planet to live on. One of the scientists on board has her own plans, though. She has mutated this virus and wants to send it down to the planet to infect the primates there to basically speed up their evolution, form a new civilization that would possibly worship her. Of course, it doesn't go as planned. The virus gets to the surface of the planet, but doesn't impact the primates. It impacts another species. And over time, because our humans we're following are being put in and out of cold sleep as they are still trying to carry out their mission, we see the generations on this planet build a civilization, and then we see them come together. Anyway, so I saw a special edition of this book and couldn't say no. Everything is illustrated. Got our species here at the back. On the back cover it says Portia's children will inherit the world. The main cover, Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. This really shiny foil. And yes, it's a beautiful copy. I have this now, so I can unhaul the normal version of the book. Okay, last, this is a book that I recently tried and DNF'd. Between Two Fires by Christopher Buehlman. It is the story about a knight, a priest, and this orphan child making their way across France. It's riddled with plague and war, and everything is bad. And I have heard great things about this book. I have enjoyed this author before, but for me, for right now, it is too brutal, too dark, too gritty to want to read. So I started it. If this was a different time in my life, maybe I would have continued it, but I think for now, for a little while, I probably am not going to be able to read this, so I'm going to go ahead and send it to the used bookstore rather than letting it languish on my bookshelf. And I know that people have been really enjoying this, so hopefully someone will be excited to pick it up. that is my brief unhaul for the season. Let's call that my autumnal unhaul. So I'm going to take them to the bookstore hopefully today, and that'll be my trip for the next few months. Let me know if you've read any of the ones that I am unhauling today and what you thought about them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, don't forget to support your local library. Thanks.